guys, I'm Chris Norwood on a journey to hear every song ever recorded, and we got to talk a little bit about my list. Now this is kind of something, I haven't had a lot of time to deep dive into this as the channel has been growing. I've just been focused on making better quality videos for you guys, but we got to talk about my list. Now, I am on, in trying to listen to every song ever, I've made a list of the 230 artists that I most care about and that I think that I would like most of their catalogs. And then I'll branch out from there once I'm done with all their discographies. It's going to take a while. I've been working on it for years. But I've got some new albums this year. You got Foo Fighters, you had Weezer's OK Human, and Weezer and Foo Fighters are in my top, they're in my top 20. They're some of my favorite bands of all time. And today, when I got off work, I decided that I needed to readjust my rankings by the percentages of, computing what we've got in Medicine at Midnight and the OK Human from Weezer, which is physically coming out tomorrow, which I'm excited about. I may or may not run out and get it. But, so, let's start with Weezer. Weezer they started out as my 18th favorite band. They were originally Boxcar Racer and The Offspring were right above them in terms of percentages. And with OK Human, I was just listening to it on the way home, and oh my gosh. OK Human is one of the best Weezer albums that has come out, I guess, since the White Album. The White Album was pretty darn great. I enjoyed Teal for what it was, but OK Human is just blowing my mind at how good it is. And so, of course, when a band releases a really great album, it does typically move them up the ladder a bit on my list. So, Weezer was at 18. They actually moved up a spot. I was enjoying 69.56% of Weezer's entire discography, but that moved up to an even 72% of their discography, which I enjoy, which bumped them up from number 18 to number 17, which actually knocked The Offspring down one spot, which I am a huge fan of The Offspring, but if they don't hurry up and put out album 10, I'm going to freak out. I'm going to freak the freak out. Offspring, 10 years of album silence. Almost 10 years. Ridiculous. Get it together, Dexter and Company. Get it together, Noodle and Company. Get it together, The Offspring. So The Offspring, even though they can't get it together, they are still number 18, which is pretty darn good to be my 18th favorite band, right? That's like the greatest honor ever. So, The Offspring are sitting, and they're going to be sitting there for a while, because who knows what the heck is happening with Offspring 10. It's really making me angry. The Offspring, if they don't make me any more angry than I already am, are sitting at 70.33% of their catalog that I rock out to. Weezer are toppling The Offspring for the 17th spot. We will have to wait and see what's happening with Offspring 10. Who knows? Maybe in 2030, maybe in 2040, maybe in 2050, who knows? Gosh, freaking Offspring. I may have lied to you guys. Did I say that Foo Fighters are in my top 20? They are not. They are in my top 40. They're in my top 40. I'll give them that. And Foo Fighters, they just keep getting better. They do keep moving up my list quite a bit. And today, With the release, with my calculating and adding Medicine at Midnight to the formula, the Foo Fighters have moved up a little bit as well. Now, this is not a perfect record, and for me, what is holding this album back is Holding Poison and Chasing Birds. I'm not digging those, and they really, it's a short album with 9 tracks, and those 2 songs just kept it from being perfect. But even still, the Foo Fighters do have some wiggle room on my list. So the Foo Fighters were at 49.54%. That's how much of their discography I was enjoying. Now, I don't know what it is about their debut and There Is Nothing Left to Lose. I'm just not a fan of those records. I can't get through them in their entirety. The singles are great, but man, those albums are really lousy just listening to front to back. Forgive me, I know it's blasphemy, but I don't care. It's just my opinion. I don't like early Foo Fighters. I like post-2004 Foo Fighters. In Your Honor to Present is what it's all about. It's kind of like that with the Red Hot Chili Peppers as well. Hate the 80s stuff, but everything from Californication forward is amazing. So the Foo Fighters were at 49.54%, but taking Medicine at Midnight into consideration, they've moved up to 53.33% of what I rock out to in their catalog. They actually moved up 1 spot, and they knocked Blue October out of the 32nd spot and took it for themselves. Now Foo Fighters are in the realm of Pinhead Gunpowder, and somebody's making a lot of mess in the rock and roll community right now. Marilyn Manson is kind of right there in the 53.62 percentile. But let's not even talk about Marilyn Manson in this video. Let's talk about Pinhead Gunpowder being a really great band. Coming in at number 31, the Foo Fighters have overtaken the 32nd spot from Blue October. And I gotta be honest, Foo Fighters are probably going to keep moving up, and Blue October is probably going to keep moving down, because I just don't like the direction that they've taken after approaching normal. I just haven't been jiving with the new Blue October. I love that Justin's happy, but man, the music kind of sucks now, just being real. Who else is in this realm of my top 20? Top 30. Let's just quickly review what my list is all about, shall we? So let's start with the Foo Fighters. Let's just make it quick and easy. Foo Fighters are at 32. Then we got Pinhead Gunpowder, Marilyn Manson, Rehab, Velvet Revolver, My Chemical Romance, The Sex Pistols, Murder Dolls, Gorillaz, Slipknot, Good Charlotte, Audioslave, Everclear, Living by Words, The Offspring, Weezer, Boxcar Racer, Linkin Park, Kid Rock, Stained, Nirvana, Cold. Get ready, guys. This is my top 10 musicians of all time. Shinedown, Against Me, Blink-182, Scars on Broadway, Flogging Molly, Transplants, and these are the big four. These are the big four that are probably never going to change. Unless somebody... Now, Viagra Boys are quickly getting into this upper echelon of rock and roll bands. I've fallen in love with the Viagra Boys. They're probably going to be in my top 10 at least. But they haven't been computed yet for the list. So we got to wait on that. Viagra Boys are one of the best bands to come out in modern times. I got to put that out there, guys. But my top 4, these are just the greatest ever. System of a Down, plus 44. Uncle Kracker and Green Day. Now, Green Day is at the #1 spot, and I actually had to combine all of their side projects because they're all perfect. And I didn't want my top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 spots to be, Green Day and all their side projects. So just anything with Billy Joe or Mike Dirnt or Trey Cool or Jason White or any of the other, even the other guys. Anything related to Green Day at all is hands down the best rock and roll ever. Uncle Kracker, unbelievable that he's in the 2nd spot, even to me, and it's my list. He doesn't have any terrible songs. And that's kind of where he kind of cheated his way to the top of my list, right below Green Day, because he doesn't have anything as epic as Green Day or Plus 44 or System of a Down or the Transplants or Flogging Molly or Scars on Broadway or Blink-182 or Against Me or Shine Down. But Uncle Kracker, he doesn't have any songs that just make me go, "Bleh." He's got some cringeworthy stuff, but it's fun to listen to. He's my ultimate guilty pleasure, sitting at #2, and I don't even feel guilty about it. And Plus 44, they don't have a big catalog. So, if somebody were to ask me realistically, aside from my list, which is the definitive list, I would say Green Day and System of a Down, just the best bands ever. Transplants, again, kind of a near perfect discography. Flogging Molly, aside from a couple bad songs on The Speed of Darkness, Flogging Molly is near perfect. Scars on Broadway, darn near perfect. Blink-182, chunks of Neighborhoods, and chunks of 9 really brought Blink-182 out of the perfect zone, but they're pretty darn close. Against Me and Shine Down, those are my 90 percentiles and up bands. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick update. I'll show you my notes there. So yeah, Weezer. My handwriting's really terrible, I know. I also need to call my oncologist. I need to get a vision test, and I need to get my guitars fixed. So I'm pretty nerdy. I guess the cancer doctor is not that nerdy of a thing. But yeah, glasses, guitars, and rock and roll. That's what I'm all about, baby. That's what it's all about. Dogs too. There's Buddy. Books, guitars, and dogs. Those things are really awesome. This has been an update on my Every Song Ever project. Thanks, and subscribe, because I'm doing a lot of top 10 songs by bands. I'm doing ranking the studio albums by all these guys, 230 artists and more. I'm doing little focus series when a band releases a new album. I'm kind of trying to tackle that with news and reaction videos. And just right now, guys, I'm listening to a whole lot of Foo Fighters and a whole lot of Weezer. And as far as trying to tackle the next discography, I'm doing some country, doing some Hank Williams Jr., which is it's a little bit intimidating because he's got, according to Wikipedia, 53 studio albums. You guys have told me it's a lot more. It's more like hundreds and hundreds of studio albums. So I'm trying to figure it out. Right now, I'm going to do all the studio albums that he has on Spotify. I'm going to knock all those out, and then I'm going to track down the ones that Spotify doesn't have. It looks like Hank Williams Jr. is on a bunch of different labels, and the albums that are on certain labels are on Spotify, and the albums on other labels are not on Spotify. I also was curious last night about Spotify and soundtracks, a lot of my favorite soundtracks are not on Spotify. There's a lot of really great horror movie soundtracks like Scream 2, not on Spotify. What the heck? Anyway, I'm Chris Norwood on a journey to hear every song ever recorded, and I need you to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit the notification bell on your way out. That will go a long way to me making $0 this month. Thank you. Thank you very much. I just hit 60 subscribers. Very excited about that. Congratulations to all 60 of you for joining this weird, wacky series. I'm trying my best to make better quality videos. I'm looking into some lighting equipment. I'm looking into some microphones. And yeah, I'm just trying to think of some really cool rock and roll videos that I can make. And you know, this vest just always makes me feel cooler. Everybody in my real life hates this vest, but they're not punk rock. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, I'm actually wearing pants in this video. Cool. Khaki.